Were you there today, you guys? Did you watch? Did you watch the trial? I have been watching the trial all day long while at work with a little earphone in my ear. I had to stop for some meetings and other work-related things, but oh my gosh, it was so good. Here's the thing. Alex wept today. Oh, poor pitiful Alex. Honestly, I think he's a faker, and this is why. So he's like, oh, my wife and child, it's all so terrible. Oh, me, oh my, right? Face all tore up. He was looking a hot mess. Talking to the cops like, this is my wife. Her name is Maggie. Do you think she's dead? Oh, hey, how you doing? You looking good. How's your mom and them? Okay. I'm sorry, what did you ask me? Like, that's how he did. Dude, I know how that works. My son one time had a goldfish when he was a little guy. Now he's an adult. But he had a goldfish and the goldfish died. And I was like, I got to break it to you. The goldfish died. He's like, crying. Oh my gosh, he was crying. And then I was just like, well, we can get another fish. He immediately stopped. Can we get a blue one this time? Oh, that is a sign of a faker. The only thing missing from today's performance of his head down and shoulders shaking and dabbing, he needed the triangle. You know what a triangle is? That's when you fold your tissue into a triangle and you just dab it in the corner of your eye so you don't mess up your makeup. That is a triangle. We should send him some triangles because he's going to need some for all that fake crying he's doing. Now listen, maybe he's crying for real. Maybe he's not. He's probably crying for himself. Like, I'm about to go to jail. I'm about to be Bubba's date at the prom for like the next 50 to 100 years. And that is not a good look for anybody. But today's trial featured some witnesses that made no sense to me. The one 911 lady, I was like, oh, okay. We got a sister taking the stand. What's she gonna say? And she got up on the stand and she was like, yes, I work for 911. Yes, we answer calls and then we transfer them. No further questions. Thank you. Goodbye. What? Did she have to take the whole day off work? Did she get paid? Could she go back right after that? Like, I don't understand. The cops were very interesting, though, because Alec is clearly known to law enforcement in this community. And so they were deferential. They were respectful. Everybody knows the Murdaugh name down in that town. But immediately they were like, this whole situation is shady boots. From minute one, they were looking askance at him and his entire situation. It was interesting to me that they initially thought it was a murder-suicide. They thought that Paul had shot his mother and then killed himself. Yikes. Although with this family, kinda nothing would surprise me. That's kind of really all that happened today. A lot of cops got up and kind of said the same thing over and over and over. And Creighton Waters was coming in with some big district attorney energy today. He stood up. He had a command of the technology. He had a command of the facts. He had command of the questions. He had command of the entire situation. And old Harpootpoot down there, he was fumbling. He was like, hang on, my AV is not working. Can I get an overhead projector? You got some microfiche? We don't know. I don't know what. Judge, I'm sorry. Listen, he was looking like Elmer Fudd today. Now, normally he's used to performing and doing all this in front of the cameras. Honestly, a couple of those South Carolina lawyers look a little slick to me. Not just cutie Justin Bamberg. Hey, Justin. But there's a lawyer for one of the other families that Alec did wrong, like in the financial crimes. I don't remember his name, but he was in the HBO documentary, and he's like a white guy with big white fluffy hair, looks like Colonel Sanders. Every time I see him, I'm like, he looked just a little too slick to me, just a little too slick. Old Harpootpoot, I think he's a little too slick too, because he was like, well, I'm not from the country. I don't know how you do out in these rural areas. I live in downtown Charleston. Honey, that's still country to me. Now listen, not everybody lives in a city with 1 million people. I don't always live in a city with 1 million people, but downtown Charleston, boo-boo. That's rural to some of us. But okay, do you, whatever works for you. Also, what does his house look like? Do they have houses in their downtown? In my mind, that just meant he lived in a condo. Maybe they have actual houses, like Thomas Ravenel. He lived downtown of whatever city that was. I'll bet you Dick Harpootlian has a nice house. The Poot Manor. I would love to see it. House beautiful? Y'all get on that because I want to see how old Dickie boy is living. But he was a fumbling hot ass mess today. Maybe he will do better tomorrow. Maybe he won't look like a broke down Elmer Fudd. We're going to have to wait and see. Tomorrow, the trial continues. Also, my attempts to go live continue because I pushed the little live button. I was like, oh, okay, today's the day. I'm going to do it and I'm going to go live. And it was like, thank you for playing. No, ma'am. No. Apparently, I still have to wait 24 hours or my entire 24 hours is not up. I don't know. What I do know is that I need to get to bed. I was a wreck today. I could barely work. I took a nap on my lunch hour. I had to go into the nap room at work and pretend to be sick. I wasn't sick. I was just tired because I had a Murdaugh hangover. It's going to be a long 3 weeks, y'all. It's going to be a long, I don't know how I'm going to survive. I'm going to pull through. Me and you going to pull through together. If you have any new or interesting information, put it down in the comments. If you have questions for me, listen, know that I read every single comment. I know that tens of people watch these videos, and that's fine with me because nobody in my family cares at all. My son was like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm following the Murdaugh case. And he was like, the what? I'm ashamed that I gave birth to him. How does he not know? He's not a true crime fanatic. He likes other stuff, but true crime is where it's at. And if a crime gets committed in this house, I will solve it. Okay. It's super early, but I need to go to bed. I have sleep to make up. And court's going to convene tomorrow at 8, 9, something like that. It'll convene tomorrow, and I plan to be there. I hope you will too. I'll see you soon. Bye.